All right, Shalom, Israel, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. In this video, I'm going to be touching on today through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. It's going into that Montgomery, Alabama, Brawl, man. That river, Brawl up in, I think it was August 5th, if I'm mistaken. I think it happened August 5th. That Sunday was when I really started seeing it, and I was seeing brothers and sisters making memes about it, reposting it. I watched that video, and brothers say the same thing. Every video I done seen brothers get into about the fighting of Montgomery, Alabama. Brothers done at least watched the video 144 times. Literally, just rewatching the video, we'll play it, we smiling the whole time. But when we first seen it, when you actually first see the video, it actually looks like nobody's finna help the brother, man. Literally, you have and I say Edomite, for people that don't know, those are so-called white people. When you get into the Bible, you will see how there's nobody in the Bible called white. There's nobody in the Bible called white people. Everybody in the Bible got a biblical nationality. And the so-called white people, their biblical nationality is Esau. They come from Esau. Their forefather is Esau. Our forefather is Jacob. Right? So the Edomite had basically, I know brothers and sisters done seen the video. I'm not gonna play it, but I know brothers and sisters done seen the video of that brawl, man. And just to see the unity of our people, it makes you smile, man, because this is what the Israelites be speaking about on the highways and byways. This is what we be waiting to see. We ain't never really seen a video like that, man. For us to come together in a fight, usually we see if a brother helping another brother out, they usually family. You know what I'm saying? They usually they cousin getting jumped or they cousin getting beat up, then the blood family coming and helping them out. We ain't never really seen no video on the internet that actually went viral of brothers and sisters that don't even really know each other. Probably could be from different states. I doubt all of them were from Alabama. Some people probably was coming in visiting and things like that. And just to see the unity of our people, come and just help a brother that's in need, right? And a lot of our people, I'm gonna get a precept to show that a lot of our people, when you watch that video, our people kept the commandments during that video and didn't even know, because it's a commandment. First, let me show this real quick before I get what I just said. Let me show you how Jacob and Esau was. Jacob are the Israelites, the Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. Esau is the so-called white man. I'm finna show you in the beginning of time, it always been war between us, even in the womb. In the womb, when we was in our mother Rebecca, it was already war going on in the womb. I'm finna show you. This is Leviticus. My bad. Genesis chapter 25, verse 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian, of Pandaram, the sister of Laban, the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? So she have children in her womb, twins. They struggling together in her womb. Now, when it's talking about struggling with each other, hey, she feeling some type of pain. She feeling so much type of pain that she asked the Lord, if it be so, why am I thus? Like, why am I going? Is this a blessing that I'm supposed to have children? Because even, especially back then, rather than now, our people, they was ready to give birth. They was ready to have children, man. And you got talked about if you wasn't able to have children. You got talked about. So our women was trying to have children. If they couldn't have children, they'll get upset at the husband. You know what I'm saying? They'll get depressed, get stressed out. So even for back then, our people took this seriously to have children, man. So she like, what's going on? Is this supposed to be a blessing? If you told me to be fruitful and multiply, why is it that it's hurting? Like I'm struggling. It feel like my children going against each other. So she went to require the Lord, and the Lord told her in verse 23, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated. Hold on. Yeah, and the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb. So two nations are in her womb. Two different nations. So these people, these her children that she having, they're not going to be from the same nation. Esau was the start of the nation, of the start of the people of the, or so-called white race. Esau was the father. Esau is the father of the white race. So when it said two different nations are in the womb, when Esau was in there, he's another nation than us. You know what I'm saying? That's why if you look at so-called black people and so-called white people, two totally different people. Literally. Throughout history, culture, everything. Look at the so-called white race and look at our people. We two totally, completely different people. Period. Completely different people. The Bible said, and the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So the Bible said, hey, these two nations in your womb, Rebecca, they supposed to be separated. They supposed to be, they not supposed to be dwelling together. They supposed to be separated, because when they come together, you see how they in your womb right now fighting against each other, causing mayhem in your stomach. So the Most High God say these two nations, they supposed to be separated. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. So one of the twins gonna be stronger than the other. Now, it's no rocket science to understand who's stronger out of us in the so-called white race. It's no rocket science. You can look into science, man. They'll tell you how naturally, like, we the strongest, we the superior race. It's just our genetic makeup, man. And the things that we have in our body. How we naturally can get strong and get cut up quick by just doing a couple push-ups. You know what I'm saying? We are naturally strong. We don't have to do a lot of work. We don't really need no muscle milk. That was made for them. All this milk that was made to make you stronger, the powder. We don't really actually need that, man. Right? You have brothers, especially the old heads, was literally, they didn't have that stuff. They wasn't using that stuff. They was literally just going out there working out and doing push-ups, doing bench press, doing pull-ups, doing sit-ups. We get cut up. So we naturally the strongest. We dominate in every sport. Literally, we dominate in black and Hispanics. We dominate in literally every sport, man. Cause we the strongest race. And the Bible said that the one people shall be stronger than the other. Like I said, I was talking to the Edomite that I work with. He basically came out and said it. We was talking about genetics. He basically said, hey man, hey, y'all naturally stronger than us, man. I've seen he said I've seen 7 to 8 year old with abs. Y'all are naturally built up and stronger than we is. So Esau already know this. He told me this. So it is no rocket science to understand what people are stronger. And the elder shall serve the younger. So the Bible said the elder is going to serve the younger. So whoever come out first out of Jacob and Esau, that's who gonna have to serve their younger brother when it's all said and done. At the end all be all, when the kingdom of heaven is established, they're gonna have to serve their brother. Let's see who came out first. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. So it was twins in her womb. They was going against each other. So that brawl that you see when I just read earlier, when it said they were struggling together within her, they was going against each other. They was like, get me out of here, man. Esau probably was like, get me out of here. Jacob was fighting and beating him up. Esau was trying to fight. Can't beat him. But that brawl that you see, that was from the beginning of time, man. With Jacob and Esau, it always been war going on between Jacob and Esau, between the Israelites, the so-called black Hispanics, and the so-called white man, which is Esau. It's always been tension between us. America try to cover it up. They try to make it seem that we one nation under God and that everybody the same, and try to act like racism ain't happening at all, like white supremacy don't matter or don't exist at all. It always been war between the so-called black man and black woman and the so-called white man and white woman, man. It always been tension between us, and we always wonder why. Why is it? It ain't because of your color. It's deeper than your color. It's because of you being an Israelite. So when they jumped on that brother at the dock, it was deep. It was deeper than just his color. They hated him with all the brother was doing was trying to do his job. The brother was basically telling them to move their boat so the other boat can come in. And they ain't want to do it with pride. The pride of the so-called white men to be told what to do by a brother. They don't like that. They don't like for a brother to tell them what they have to do, man. If it was another so-called white man telling them, hey, you have to move your boat, they probably would have happily got on that boat and moved. But since it was a brother trying to tell them, they wasn't trying to hear it. So he said, verse 24, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first, now the first is going to describe the first one, the firstborn. Now, like the Bible said, the firstborn was supposed to serve, it is supposed to serve the younger brother. So let's see who the firstborn is. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So Esau was the first one that come out. He came out red all over like a hairy garment. So Esau was red and hairy. So what people do you know? These two different nations, two different people. What people do you know on the face of the earth that's pinkish red? That's red and hairy. They hairy. They have a lot of hair like cavemen. Then they be real red. When they be out in the sun, they red. When they get slapped, they red. When they get sunburnt, they red. When they get angry, they red. When they get blushing, they naturally red. They not white. They are pinkish red, man. In the South, we call them rednecks. Why we call them rednecks? Cause they blood show forth through their skin, man. That's not natural. You gotta think about it. That's not natural. Having a skin complexion of red, that's not natural. So, but we've been normalized to think that's okay. Hey, best believe when Esau came out of Rebecca, they was looking like, why is this child looking like this? They wasn't like, oh, he's so cute. They thought they like looking at something wrong with this man. Let me show you how. Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel. His name was called Jacob. They didn't describe how Jacob looked. They didn't describe Jacob. Why didn't they describe Jacob, but they described Esau? Because Jacob looked like everybody else. Think about it. Everybody else back then, even now, when you look around at all these different nations, we all got melanin. We all got some type of melanin in our skin. They got color. But the so-called white race, they're the people that don't have melanin. They're the people that don't have melanin, man. So they are the odd ones out of everybody. So that's why it said, this talking about the so-called white man as being Esau, because he's the one that's red and hairy. You can look up pictures of this, man. They red and hairy. So this is talking about the so-called white man. They come from Esau, and we come from Jacob. Jacob is our forefather. Jacob's name was changed to Israel when he wrestled the angel. He got his blessing. His name was changed to Israel, and he's the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. So they are the Edomites. So I want to show you that to show they was always war. It was always war amongst us, and still is to this day, man. But we ain't never really stuck together like that before. Like I said, you had a brother hop in the water on another boat, 16 years old. Now, this is the sad part. And I was talking to the brothers about this, I want to say 2 days ago. Brother brought up a good point. He said it's sad because when the brother got jumped on like that, the so-called white man actually thought that nobody was coming to the brother rescue. For them to come and jump on the brother like that, they had the thought in their mind like nobody don't care about this brother. Nobody's finna come and help this brother. That's the reason why they did it. If we were all together beside each other on that dock, they would have never did that, man. But since the brother was kind of on that dock by himself and they jumped on, they had the mindset of him being by himself. It's kind of like when you look at the Animal Kingdom and you watch Animal Planet. The lions and all if a lion see a gazelle, they mainly like to go for him by themselves. If it's a younger gazelle or he injured, they like to go for that one. They want that one because he by himself and ain't nobody can come and help him. Same thing with the hyenas. So they thought, and they really thought that nobody was gonna come to that brother rescue, man. We gotta do better as a people, and that was all praises to the Most High that He allowed that, because He allowed that situation to happen. The Most High God put the spirit on our people to go and help out and go out. He put the spirit on our people to help each other out like that, man. Didn't even know each other. Brothers got off the boat with their shirts off, started skipping over there where them brothers was at, and ready to fight. Cause we tired, man. We are not in the 1870s. Or we are not in 1930, bro, when y'all was spraying us with water hose and sicking dogs on us. And a lot of so-called white people still got that mindset of us being on the plantation. They think they can talk to us any type of way. They think they can do us any type of way and get away with it. Like, we not gonna do it no more. Like, we not gonna do nothing. We ain't dealing with it, right? We are the children of our ancestors, man, right? And we tired of what y'all doing to us. You think even the people that's in the world that's not keeping the commandments, our brothers and sisters are tired of getting oppressed. We tired, man, and we get sick. I want to play this video real quick. Let me play this video of what Malcolm X said, man. Malcolm X said something. Let me get this video. I'm gonna play it so y'all can hear it. We tired of being tired. We not finna take none of that no more. We see, and you start to see brothers hop in when brothers finna get killed or police abusing a brother or sister. We coming to our brothers and sisters' rescue. And I'm going to show you a Bible verse that said we supposed to do that. So what our brothers and sisters did in Montgomery, Alabama on August 5th at that boat dock, that's what they were supposed to do according to the Most High God in the law. The Most High God commanded us to do that. And if nobody would have did nothing to help the brother, they would have been in sin. And I'm going to show you when I get to that verse. But let me get this right here. Show you something. Let me load this up real quick. They ain't playing. Let me see if it'll play.
There will come a time when black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves. Then the black man will think like a black man, and he will feel for other black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation where when you attack one black man, you are attacking all black men. And this type of black thinking will cause all black people to stick together. And this type of thinking also will bring an end to the brutality inflicted upon black people by white people. And it is the only thing that will bring an end to it. No federal court, state court, or city court will bring an end to it. It's something that the black man has to bring an end to himself.
Hey, man, so, the brother Malcolm X spoke it real well in that video, man. We coming in the time, and the Most High God putting that spirit in the air because, let me get this verse right here. The Most High God is putting that spirit in the air, and he allowed that video to go viral to make a point in the show because, hey, we need each other, man, because we coming in Jacob's trouble, man. Race wars is going to happen. People don't want to talk about these things. People want to act like these things is not going to happen. People want to try to did these things up and try to hide the history and the prophecy that's coming to pass. Let me show you this. Matthew 24:7. For a nation shall rise against nation, and kingdoms against kingdoms, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So it's gonna come a time where nations gonna be rising against nations. You're gonna have other countries, kingdom and kingdoms. And you also gonna have nations and nations. So race wars is gonna kick off. It's gonna happen. And you have people been getting ready for race wars since 2016, 2015, when Obama was in office, or 14, when police were killing us on a high level, when Obama was in office, people was already getting ready for race wars. People are buying all the guns up. You know what I'm saying? Because they know something gonna happen. You know, especially these so-called white people, they already training their children already young. They already starting off their kids young, trying to already train them how to shoot. So they already know that something finna kick off. We the ones that mainly don't know as a people. We worry about playing cards, watching the NBA game, playing 2K, trying to figure out who's going to win the Super Bowl. We worry about these things, but the so-called white man, they already know. They at the gun ranges, right? They hunting, right? They already stacking up. They already know what's finna kick off, man. So race wars is going to happen. It's going to happen. And we show the Most High God put the spirit on our brothers and sisters. Shout out to the sisters, man. Shout out to the sisters. And this is what this is what America fear, man. They fear when when we stick together, man. We supposed to stick together like that. That sent a message right there, man. That sent a message. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. And that's how we gotta continue to move. We not the ops. Our people, we are not the ops. We look alike. You know, we the same people. You can't be my op. But the ops are the people that's oppressing our people daily. Those are the ops, man. Right? So it was a beautiful thing to be able to see brothers and sisters stick together in unity like that, man. It was a beautiful thing. Because like I said, we are tired of being oppressed. We are tired of being talked to any type of way. We are tired of getting unjustly killed. And y'all get away with it. The Most High is putting that spirit in the air of us tired. Let me get this precept. Let me show you something. We tired of being tired, man. And I know brothers and sisters seen it. When the brother was getting jumped, man, you know, it made our people angry. Because the brother, all he was doing was trying to do his job. The brother was just trying to do his job, and he ended up getting jumped. Hello. And we stuck together, and that show you how powerful we is together. That's the message. And it's all funny. It's all cool. I seen all the memes. Everybody making video. They funny, man. Our people be on it, man. Our people funny, man. I'm telling you, man. If we weren't here in America, if we wasn't here on this earth, this place would be dead. Our people are mad funny. But besides that, besides the chair and people making memes about the chair and all that, besides that, the message out of the video was how stronger we is together, man. How strong we can be if we stop killing each other and come together. That's what they fear. They fear unity, mainly unity under the Most High God. But they fear unity in our communities. That's why they try so hard to keep us separated. But they fear unity within our people. That's why we Israelites on the highways and byways trying to bring unity to our people. What I was finna get? What I was finna get? This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression make a wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart. So the Bible said, hey, oppression make a wise man mad. Hey, you gotta think about when you see your brother getting beat up like that, man. It's like you looking at, you might not even know this brother personally, but you looking at it like, oh, that's my brother. Like, I ain't saying the term just brother just to throw it around. Like, that is my brother. Like, we are the same people. We come from the same nation. We going through the same thing. And for you I see you jump on my brother that wasn't doing nothing but trying to do his job, that makes you mad because we realize that we getting oppressed right now. They trying us. They ain't even just trying him. They trying all of us. That's why every so-called black person that's around the globe is watching that video with a smile. And watch that video more than one time. Hey, if you a so-called black person and you angry, you mad at our people at that video, it's something wrong with you, man. It's something completely wrong with you in your mind. You got that Uncle Ruckus spirit. You got that what's that Samuel Jackson spirit of Django. You got his spirit. Cause there's no way that you should be mad at the performance that our people did to help a brother out. The brother could have died. Who knows what would have happened if none of us would have came to the brother rescue? He could have died. He could have had a heart attack. Could have hit his head, bumped his head. That could have gave white people around the world thought that they can do anything to us. Right? Let me show you that the Lord. Let me show you in the Bible that the Lord is okay with what our brothers and sisters did. He proud. That made the Most High God proud of what our people did to help their brother out. Because that's in the law. The Bible said you must do that. I'm going to show you. I'm going to read this verse in I'm going to read this in Leviticus first. I mean, my bad. I'm going to read this in the KJV first, then I'm going to read it in the NLT so you can have better understanding of what it's saying. Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 16, KJV. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord. So the Bible said you're not supposed to stand against the blood of thy neighbor. So what do that mean? You're not supposed to stand against the blood of thy neighbor. Let's get this. Leviticus 19 and 16 in the NLT. Do not spread slanderous gospel among your people. Do not stand idly by when your neighbor's life is threatened. I am the Lord. So the Bible said this is a commandment. The Most High God commanded us this. He said, if you see your brother or sister and you see somebody doing something to your brother and sister, like the police, right? George Floyd, they had their foot on his neck. Now it's a commandment, brother. All the brothers and sisters that was out there, mainly the brothers, you supposed to hop in there. You supposed to break it up or either start, do what you got to do to get that, to save your brother's life. You're not supposed to just sit there and watch your brother get stuff harmly done to him or get put to death. You're not supposed to take out your phone and start recording and your brother can't breathe. No, the Bible said that let me get it again. Do not spread slanderous gospel among your people. Do not stand idly by when your neighbor's life is threatened. So the brothers and sisters that hopped in to save their brother and come to their brother rescue, they did what they were supposed to do according to God. They were supposed to hop in there. They wasn't just supposed to be recording. They were supposed to hop in there and save their brother's life because his life was threatened. So Israelite, if you're an Israelite and you see another nation, another race doing something harming to your brother or sister, you supposed to hop in there. So they did the right thing according to God. So for anybody that's saying they did wrong, they wasn't supposed to do that, why they acting like hoodlums, they did what God's supposed to do. I mean, they did what God wanted them to do. So if you upset about what they did, you upset at God because they kept the commandment that day. They kept what God wanted them to do that day. They came to their brother rescue. Sisters as well, man. Look at unity, man. Right? And you can hear in the video, the sister was like, help that brother. Help that brother. And that encouraged that brother to hop in the water, man. So sisters are very important, man. Our sisters warriors, man. Right? Our sisters are warriors, just like the men. You read about mighty sisters in the scriptures, man. Man, my favorite sister is Judith, man. Right? In the Apocrypha, in the book of Judith. Esther, mighty sisters, man. That our sisters are warriors the same way as our men. So when we all on one accord, and you had sisters actually rooting for brothers during that time of war. When we used to go to war, best believe you had sisters rooting for our brothers. Gave our brothers comfort, gave our brothers strength, taught strength in our brothers. They knew how to fight as well. And you see, the so-called white woman in the video, they tried to come in and jump on our men. While our men protecting their brother, right? You have they women, that's what I'm saying. You can't forget about, see, throughout history, right? Throughout history, we always talk about what the white man did to us. Right? We always talk about, the lynchings, the rapings, the robbing, the murdering, the stealing. We talk about what the white man did to us, but we never truly talk about the white woman, right? Because they as wicked as well. They played a big part in history the same way the white man did. So you see in that video how, brothers protecting their brothers, then they women come in and start hitting our men. So our sisters like, we're not having that. You're not finna hit these men. And our sisters protected our men. That's how it's supposed to go. And that's what America feared. They fear that. Best believe you had thousands of white people, millions of white people around the world upset at the unity. Even though we didn't start it. Even though they started, a lot of them was upset and angry at the unity of how, they was even upset at that was the main thing. They was upset at the unity and how we protected each other. That's how the race wars are gonna be. But it's gonna be worse than that though. We ain't seen nothing yet. When the police ain't gonna be coming in and breaking nothing up. It's gonna get crazy. But just seeing that, man, gave us a spirit booster in its truth. Just to see our people in unity, man. That's what makes us so happy, because we barely see that. We rarely see that. Us protecting each other. That's what made so-called black people around the world watch that video 15 to 20 times with a smile on our face. That what made us so happy, because we finally stood up for each other for once. We finally helped each other out when we needed help. When our brother's life was threatened, we finally came together as brothers and sisters to help our brother out. And that's what's the beauty of that video. Let me get this precept, and I'm gonna show you an account of how. No, let me get this first. Like I just read in Leviticus 19 about how you supposed to, if your brother is getting, his life is threatened, you're supposed to help him. Let me show you a perfect example of that situation happening when somebody's life was in jeopardy, and their brother came and helped them out. This Exodus, chapter 2, verse 11 on down. And it came to pass in those days, when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burden. So Moses was living with the Egyptians. He was an Israelite, but he was living, amongst the Egyptians. So it said, when Moses was grown, he went outside and started looking at the slavery, the bondage that his people are going through. He like, dang, they getting whipped. They probably was punching the women, throwing the women around, pushing the little kids down, yelling in their face like they nothing. So Moses out there looking at his people, man, and their bondage that they going through. And that's the same thing, right? If you look at it in this time at that Montgomery, Alabama fight, you had our people on that boat that really couldn't do, you had a lot of brothers on that boat or sisters that probably couldn't swim, right? So they had to watch their brother from a distance get jumped like that. They had to wait until they got close to the dock to get off. So they was looking the same way Moses was looking at their brother, looking at his brothers and sisters going through that bondage. The same way our brothers and sisters were looking at their brother going through, that beat. Well, I ain't gonna say beat down, going through that situation that he was going through. So and he spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew, one of his brethren. So Moses, why he out there looking at his people going through that bondage, probably already upset, probably already mad. He seen the Egyptian hitting a Hebrew, and we are Hebrew Israelites. Moses was a Hebrew Israelite. We not Egyptian, so we two different nations. So let's see if Moses do what the law said you're supposed to do in that situation. And he looked this way and that way, so he kind of looked both ways to see what somebody looking before he did what he was supposed to do. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid in the sand. So Moses looked both ways and smite the Egyptian. He saved his brother's life. His brother was probably finna die. Blood dripping out his mouth, black eye, getting whipped in the back. So Moses stepped in like he was supposed to do and helped his brother. It's the same thing our brothers and sisters did in that Montgomery, Alabama brawl. The same thing that they did was the same thing Moses did in this situation. Only difference is it was more of us in that situation at the Montgomery, Alabama brawl. It was more of us stepping in. But that's how it's supposed to be. This is Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together. He said, gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together, O nation not desired. So the Bible say, man, bring y'all selves together, man. And you black and Latinos, man, bring y'all selves together. Gather y'all selves together. And it said, oh, nation not desired, because we not desired. We looked at it as 3/5 of a man. We call niggers. We call spicks. They look at us like we worthless. So we not desired, but the Most High God said, hey, gather yourselves together. And that situation was so beautiful because we did exactly what the Most High God said. We gathered ourselves together during a time where we needed it. Hey, our people came in clutch. In the time where our brother needed it the most, we came in clutch, man. That's how it's supposed to be. And that's how it's going to be. The Most High God kind of showed prophecy. Because like I said, race war is going to kick off. But even after going deeper, it's going to, these other nations going to have to go in slavery. So we're going to overpower them nations the same way, but worse than how our brothers and sisters did in that video. And I'm going to get a precept to show that. But let me show this real quick. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 6. I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High God. So the Bible said we are gods, man. I'm telling you, you black and Hispanics, stop walking around thinking that you are regular human beings. You deeper than that, man. You ain't just regular human beings. You are not. You ain't just regular people, man. You ain't no average people. Stop comparing yourself to the so-called white man. Stop putting yourself on the level of you being equal to the white man and white woman. You are superior than them. You're not equal to them. It's no way, shape, and form show you of us being equal. We always being more superior than them. It is not people like, oh, he's racist. He's speaking hate speech. I'm speaking facts. These are facts. Every time you speak facts, oh, you looked at it as being racist. Oh, Christ was a black man. Oh, that's racist. How is that racist? The Bible tells you exactly how he looks. Right? And they ain't the Lord coming back to bring division among the nations. Is he coming back to, let's get there. Is he coming back to bring us all together? Or is he coming back to bring division? Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you no, but rather division. He's coming back to bring division in the household. He coming back to bring divisions among the nations. So he's coming back to bring division. He's not coming to bring everybody together like how America tell you we one big melting pot, every race, we one nation under God, we all equal. Most High God ain't dealing with that. He never been dealing with that. He always had the Israelites above all other nations. He gonna put us in that situation. He gonna put us in that position real soon. But you black and Hispanic, we gotta realize that we are gods, man. And I'm not talking about the Most High God. The Bible said that we are gods because we are. This world was made for us. Let me show you that. Let me show you that in Sirach, in the Apocrypha that was taken out the Bible. I mean, my bad. Second Ezra. This is the book of Second Ezra. Chapter 6 and verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. So the Bible said, hey, we all come from Adam. Every last race of people come from Adam. And even Adam and Eve were so-called black people. How we know that? Because they was made from the dust of the ground. So every race of people, and if you look at the dust of the ground is what color? Different shades of brown. So the Bible said, of all of us come from Adam. Keep going. And the people also whom thou have chosen. So we know everybody comes from Adam, but he chose a group of people out of Adam to be his people. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou made the world for our sakes. The Most High God made this world. This whole world. He made this world for the Israelites. He made this world for our sakes. So that's why we are called gods. We are power. We have power. We have dominion over this earth. The reason why we're not ruling now is because we didn't keep the commandments of God and we getting cursed right now. But this world, all these places that you see, we were made to be ruling over, to have authority over these things. So that's why we are called gods, and even the power that we have with the Most High God. The things that we can do. We are a spiritual people, man. All the other nations ain't spiritual. They all be carnal. We are a spiritual people. Even when our people be doing the wrong things, they still be trying to find the right way. They always lean to spiritual. All the other nations, they look at things as carnal, but we look at things as being spiritual. Right? We look at things as we are spiritual beings, in that it's not just us, right? So we are powerful, man. I'm gonna put a link in the description of a mighty brother in his truth. He was going to tell how powerful he is, man. I'm gonna put the description. I'm gonna put the link in the description. Y'all tap into it, man. He go in depth on why the Bible say we gods. He go in depth with it. I'm gonna put the video in the description, man. But that's why he said we are gods, because we have dominion, we have power, we are superior. We are the Israelites. And Matthew 22:39 says, and the second is like unto itself, or unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So that showed complete love. That situation in Montgomery, Alabama, that showed complete love, man. For brothers and sisters that didn't really know each other, put their life on the line to come help their brother, that showed love. That showed that you love your neighbor. And that's how we supposed to be moving. We ain't supposed to just be helping brothers and sisters out that just in this truth. We ain't supposed to just protect brothers and sisters that just got fringes on. We're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to help all our brothers and sisters that may be getting jammed up and they finna lose their life. We're supposed to help them out. We're supposed to step in. We're supposed to stop it. You supposed to stop it. Right? If your brother finna die, you supposed to come in and help. If you don't do it, you're a coward and you don't love your brother. Or you don't love your sister. Right? So we supposed to come in and help each other. And hey, man, you have brothers and sisters around the world, man. We have brothers and sisters around the world pumped up. Like we watching boxing. We're watching a video like we watching a boxing match. Kind of cheering them on like this. Yes, sir. Kind of clapping your hands like this. He's standing up. You talking to yourself. Hey, let's go. Kind of throwing punches in the air, man. Like you wish you was there to help your brother. Our people turn, man. Brothers and sisters never gonna forget about this day. August 5th, 2023, Montgomery, Alabama. They might get. We need to get a day made, man. You want to give us damn Columbus Day, President's Day. You want to give us 4th of July, Thanksgiving. You might well give us this day right here off of work. Give us a damn whole week off to remember this day. Get a monument made in Montgomery, Alabama. They got Philadelphia got a statue. I'm watching the video. I didn't even know this. Philadelphia got a statue of Rocky. He's not even a real person. Esau making statues of fake of characters off shows. So why not get a Montgomery, Alabama statue made? And you know how you have when you go to places they have like a little they got something and it got words in it and it tells you about basically what happened. Get one of those made. At the top of it say Montgomery, Alabama Brawl, and you type and you write down all the things that happened. You can have a chair, have a picture of a chair. Hey, somebody have to make the picture of a chair, man. Have that on there when you typing down what happened in August 5th. On August 5th, 2023, you type down what happened. So everybody can remember from generation to generation. So when you have kids, they be like, "Mommy, what happened? What is the Montgomery what's the Montgomery, Alabama Brawl? Why is it a chair on that picture? Why they have a chair? Why they have a man with a chair in his hand like this?" And you can tell your children or your grandchildren, "Sit down, son. Let me talk to you." Now he's sitting down, you talking to him. You got the little coffee cup leaning back, smiling. So let me tell you what happened around August 5th, 2023. And I was a young, and I was 22 years old. Now I'm sitting here, I'm watching them, and I'm leaning. You know, you leaning back, you happy, in a rocking chair, got the FUBUs on your feet, got the glasses on with the gray hairs, and you telling your grandkids about what happened on August 5th, 2023. Or how we helped each other out. We came together like the Avengers, man. We assembled that day. Now you telling your kids that they didn't make a day about this. Telling you whole week off. Give us a whole week off, man. To remember August 5th, 2023. Because this was a day in history that we never seen before. They give us all these weekdays to get off of work from, and for us to celebrate. Give us this day. Give us this day, man. August 5th, 2023. Give us that day, man. God. But meet this last precept to show you what's going. That's prophecy, and that's exactly what's going to happen to the other nation. And the so-called white race, when you read the book of Obadiah, they're going to be exterminated off the face of the earth. After they do their time in slavery, they're going to be exterminated. So that beatdown that they got, they're going to get worse soon. Zechariah 12:9. And it shall come to pass in that day to come, that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. So the Most High God say, if you another nation, you another race, if you coming against the black and Hispanics, I'm going to destroy you. So that's the perfect example of what the Most High God going to do. Esau, they came against Jerusalem. They came against our people. They came against the Israelites. So the Most High God, he fought for us, man. He put that spirit on us to defend ourselves, to defend our brother. He fought for us. He put that spirit on brothers and sisters. Why? Because the Most High God said, we are his battle axe. Let me get that. Jeremiah 50:20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. So the Most High God, he going to use us in that time to come to destroy these nations. Because you're going to have a lot of nations prideful, will be coming against us. So he's going to use us as his battle axe, as his war, to destroy the other nations. So the Most High God, you seen throughout that video, he put the spirit on brothers and sisters, man. Turn. Helping each other out. Didn't even know each other. Knocking them out. You know what I'm saying? So that show you right there, they can't mess with us, man. If we come together, we are powerful. We got to stop beefing against each other and looking at each other as ops. We are not the ops. We never been the ops. We never was. They're the ops, man. So, you know, very, very soon, we're going to start seeing more of that. Don't think that's the last time we're going to see so-called blacks, so-called whites going at it against each other. We always been seeing it, but I'm talking about as a group of as a whole. Like we see videos where so-called white and blacks fight each other, or a so-called black brother might take up for his black sister, and from a white man trying to mess with her, he step in and help her. We see that. Well, I'm talking about race wars, as all of us helping each other out and fighting against each other. You're going to start seeing that more, because as the days go on, as prophecy continue to get fulfilled, we are going to see more of those race wars. It's going to happen. These things are going to happen. It's written in the Bible. It's going to happen. So more race wars are going to kick off. But in end all be all, we got to keep the commandments of the Most High God, because that's what's going to protect us in that day. That's going to be our protection, by us coming back to the Most High God and keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. That's when he's going to protect us in that day, man. So, Lord, within this video, we're beautiful through the spirit, man. We got to protect each other like that all the time throughout history. I said throughout history. We got to protect each other all the time like that, how the brothers and sisters came together, not knowing each other, not knowing each other's background, but we came together and we seen our brother he was in help, he was in need. And as the law say, we have to come together and help each other. Or if you see your brother or sister that's their life getting messed with, they finna die, or they getting hurt, we supposed to come in, you know what I'm saying, and help our brothers and sisters out. And that's what the brothers and sisters did in Montgomery, Alabama, right? And they definitely need to give us a day. It's all right, they don't got to give us a day, because we know in the kingdom of heaven, we know what we're going to be doing in there. We're going to be partying. Lord willing, the Most High God put the spirit in us to remember what happened in August 5th, 2023 in Montgomery, Alabama. Lord willing. You know, so with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. I want to say Shalom, Kwam Yasharah.